What's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name's Scythe, and today we're going to be taking a look at something that may even be a little bit more epic than Ganda. But the Scythe, what could be more epic than Jub Jub? Well, I'll tell you, wise guy. Primordial Dragons! Dun 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 dun! Huge shout out before we get started, everybody. Huge shout out. I'm talking to you. Huge shout out to the devs for hooking me up on the PTS server so that I could actually present a video for all of you showing off the Primordial Dragons. I am so pumped and so hyped for this, like seriously, because otherwise I'm probably never gonna get these dragons on the live server. The way that you end up getting them is, you know the empowered gem boxes? Yeah. You have a very rare chance of getting a diamond dragon egg, and then at which point you can go to the dragon crucible that's at the hub, or in any of the clubs if you end up getting it, and it costs like a million zillion gem dust of whatever elemental dragon you're trying to craft, 400 dragon coins and a bunch of other stuff. It's absolutely crazy, but these guys are game changers, man. These are cool. These are actually the first mounts in the game that give you special perks. So, for example, right here, the water dragon actually gives you 10% stat increase for any water gems that you have equipped. Now, I don't have any right now because I'm only level 6 on the Fae, Ice Sage, not Fae. But I thought that this dragon ended up suiting the ice costume better than any of the other classes, right? And then each of these dragons has their own special perk, just kind of a for fun thing that you can mess around with. So the water dragon, of course, he looks like General Kai, except he's got no feet. He's a gigantic, swishy, fishy. I know that this dragon's gonna be a lot of people's favorite just because he's so unique, but the other dragons are absolutely epic too. And what this guy has is what I like to call server lag bombs. Isn't that so sick? Wherever his fireballs plant, he actually, he creates water. Isn't that so cool? He doesn't like move faster in the water or anything like that, but look at that. Look at that. And I could totally see, like, if you had like a ton of people, I don't know if that'll ever be a thing in this game, but if you had a ton of people shooting with the water dragon, won't this water like lag out the server or something? I don't know if Trove is actually designed like that. Most other games, like, mostly I'm thinking about Minecraft and stuff like that, when it has to calculate like where the water's going, servers will usually end up lagging out. Trove might end up being a little bit different, because I think I've seen, yeah, this might be water lag right here, where the water is actually not flowing in any of these spots. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think that's what's going on. We're lagging out, or it's because we've shot enough fireballs that we can't end up getting a trail of water, at least over in that area. So let's see if we can go over here. Does that change it? Yeah, over here now it's all good again and it's flowing out all the way. Okay, so he's got a little bit of differences to him. Now, this dragon as well, I do want to say that if you go into a club world, don't worry about it, everybody, even if, now this one is actually, I know that this is a little bit of a bug. Not the fact that these dragon water ball things are not actually going to put water in a club world. That is fine. But the one thing that I do think is a bug, or maybe it's the only way that they could end up coding the fireballs of this specific dragon. Maybe it happens with all the elemental dragons. We'll test it. But this zone is actually set to architect, and his fireballs don't do anything. So that's actually very, very handy. I think that could be a big advantage to all of the dragons, because personally, I don't really see it as a benefit to have any of the dragons' fireballs work in clubs. Now, the next one that we're gonna show off is the fire dragon. He's beautiful. Oh, look at him. Oh man, he's amazing. Yes, it looks like Charizard for one. And if you look at that fire coming out of his nose. Isn't that the most beautiful fire you've ever seen in the game? Well, I'll show you something one up over than that, wise guy. His fireballs are absolutely amazing. Oh, look at them. Look at that fire trail. Hashtag confirmed, the other elemental dragons work, so it's just the water dragon. Look at that fire trail. Isn't that the most beautiful fire you've ever seen? I really, really wish that they changed all the fire VFX to look like this, but I know they want this dragon to end up being more epic. Now, one thing you're gonna notice immediately, let's actually get out of here and go to a brighter adventure world, like a brighter biome, so I can show you all this. But this dragon actually, of course, immediately, like, he's gonna give you 10% buff to all of the fire gems that you have equipped, which again, I don't really have any money on the Draconis because I don't have the Draconis leveled up. It's PTS, everybody. I don't play this server. I play the main server. However, we do have our gem ability. Wait, never mind. Draconis is level 25. When did that happen? Who's been on my account? So, yeah, this dragon, his passive is that he shoots, like, look how fast we can shoot. For those that don't know, for any new players, this is how fast dragons used to shoot. They ended up nerfing it because of how many disconnects it would cause to people. So I really hope that they ironed that out before they end up giving us this beautiful dragon. And are you ready for this, everybody? You ready for the craziness of this machine gun dragon? Machine gun, engage, hold left click. Yeah! This is the laziest dragon in the game. Look at this. It's chaos and it's beautiful too. Oh, look at it. Look at the fire that comes out. Whoa. It's beautiful. Seriously, this dragon's amazing. Now, I really, really wish that he would have ended up having some type of a fire VFX on his tail. Like, I do like the pixel art kind of fire tail that he's got going on, but I still think that this new beautiful fireball VFX on his tail would have been absolutely epic. And now, everybody, the moment you've all been waiting for. My favorite, anyways, out of all the elemental dragons. Of course, I know everybody's gonna have a favorite, which is what I love about these dragons, especially that they all have unique effects. It's not just something lazy where the fire dragon shoots lava pools, the water dragon shoots water, this one's a machine gun, and then, where is it? Ha ha! The air dragon. This is the most epic, beautiful dragon in the entire game, everybody. At least I think so anyways, because it's got VFX on its wings. Look at him. That's one thing that I would say that the fire dragon is definitely lacking over this one, and even the water dragon, is he doesn't have very unique VFX around him outside of his nostril hairs catching fire all the time. And of course, this dragon, like, what's actually supposed to be going on is it's kind of supposed to be like clouds underneath him, because this is supposed to be the air dragon. I always call it the electric dragon because, I mean, look at those wings. Don't they look like Zapdos? And look, his wings actually kind of clip into the ground, but honestly, who cares? This is my favorite out of all the dragons, like legit. I absolutely love this dragon. Doesn't he just look amazing? Bloop. And it's crazy too. What this dragon ends up giving you is he actually, of course, he gives you a boost to the elemental gems, like the air gems, but he also has the highest wing speed in the game. Now, wings end up giving you 100 movement speed. This guy gives you 105, so it's not that much faster than wings, but most of the dragons actually, let me see if I can get one right here. Most of the dragons have 95 movement speed when they're flying. I think a couple of them, no, maybe they fixed it. Yeah, I thought a couple of them had 90 movement speed, but it seems like they ended up buffing them up without mentioning it, unless it was in the patch notes for PTS and I didn't notice. But either way, this dragon has the highest movement speed, meaning he's got 10 movement speed over other dragons, and that's not all, everybody. Not only does he look epic, and not only is he slightly faster, it's only slightly, but he has beautiful fireball VFX, my favorite. Look at that. Oh, look at that blast wave. It's a little difficult to see because of all the VFX that we've got going on us right now, but I love the way that it looks. And here's, oh, water went down the road too. This dragon's just that epic. Ugh. So this dragon is so cool because he actually, if other players are around you, and I'm talking like real close, they gotta be almost as close to hugging you, but they will actually benefit from the speed boost. So you can actually buff up other players while flying around on this dragon. How cool is that? That is like so sick, seriously. And the other thing too that's really, really neat about it is you see the wind VFX that are kind of going off on our screen right now. That is actually the buff right now that's giving us the extra movement speed while flying. And if you're like flying near me, and well, I mean, hopefully I could ever get, I only dream I could ever get this dragon on the live server. But yeah, the other players that are in the proximity will actually get that same speed buff effect. So you will actually have like the wind gusting out like of your wings or your dragon and stuff, like you'll have this same VFX kind of going around you while you're flying near the air dragon. So that's just great. I absolutely love all of these dragons, and I really hope that I'm fortunate enough to be able to get any of them. And honestly, I'm actually gonna be stoked if any of you get these guys, and just like seriously, let me know, because that is epic. But the drop rate of these guys is very difficult out of the empowered gems, and in order to get the empowered gems, you can only buy them with lunar souls, or very rarely out of the gem booster boxes. I would not recommend like buying a ton of gem booster boxes to try and get the empowered gems or anything like that. I think if the empowered gem boxes, I mean not empowered gems, but I think if they put them in the cash shop, like so many people would buy their way into getting all these dragons. But as for right now, in all honesty, we're all in the same boat, everybody. So the only real way to get these dragons is by grinding. And unfortunately, it's like you only get a couple lunar souls a week too. So yeah, these guys are gonna be real tough, but I'm really hoping that the RNGenie is gonna grant me with a wish so that I can end up getting one of these on the live server. And I mean, that would just be so tight. But and congrats to Joe, who had just said in the chat right there, got max level on the Shadow Hunter. That must have been so hard. Shadow Hunter is so difficult to grind up. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Avram, and other devs that were involved with actually getting me all these dragons. Like, seriously, that is so cool of them, and I just can't believe that I'm at that level. I don't want to sound like egotistical. I'm sorry if it comes off that way, but I just want to say, like, I'm so stoked that I actually am fortunate enough, that's the way that I wanted to say it, that just by doing my little old Let's Play series, that I've been able to, you know, kind of join the Trove community and in a lot of ways create a very cool Trove community with all of you fine, beautiful people being a part of it. But anyway, I'm getting all mushy and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep messing around with these dragons for a little bit. I know this video was a little bit longer, everybody, but I did want to show them off and give them all their just due time on the screen, because I don't think I'm ever gonna get these guys on the live server. Thanks for watching, everybody. Do not forget to Hadouken the like button, share, favorite, and subscribe to join Team Pixel. Sayonara and Super Fireball Magic. Stay epic, everybody.